Oh, and welcome back to the Talos Principle 2. Let us continue our game. Interesting progression statistics. I have no idea what either of those things mean, but we'll figure it out eventually, right? For now, we will explore the New Jerusalem. We have some kind of like a protest going on over here. Sign our petition for a public referendum. New Jerusalem needs new forms of energy generation. Well, tell me about that.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis.
What seems to be the problem?
Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days.
Not cool. What do you propose?
We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs.
Why a referendum and not an election?
Oh, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city.
Do you work at the dam?
No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day. We can't just wish them away.
What do you think of Prometheus?
Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's going to start affecting us.
Tell me more about Byron.
In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need, and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor.
Yeah, sure. Have my signature.
Thanks, 1K. I don't know if this petition will really accomplish anything by itself, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
Good luck. Strahinia. Okay. I think the introduction was super repetitive. I got concerned, but no, there were different tunes, different notes as well. I'm not a musical person. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but it's a Museum of the Simulation, Gehenna Memorial Pavilion, Friends of New Jerusalem Gazebo. Howdy.
Ah.
Scared me.
Happy completion day.
Likewise. Carry on. Postponed in accordance with the new power management and distribution plan. I know these terminals, by the way. A Road to Gehenna, was it a DLC for the first game? Did I imagine some stuff over here? I think I probably did, okay.
Hello.
Hello. Sirius. 444. Yeah, there are a few I can talk with on the central line, right?
Hey, 1K.
Zimiamvia. 994. Okay.
What do you think that was?
It was Prometheus.
Sure, but it wasn't the actual Prometheus. It was some kind of a projection.
How do you know it wasn't the actual Prometheus?
Because that would be stupid.
Would it? How do you know all the ancient gods weren't projections like this one? Maybe whoever said this projection is behind all those legends.
Sure, I guess technically that's possible. But it's not very likely, is it?
I don't think any of us are very likely.
What if it's a message from Athena?
Didn't you say Athena wouldn't approve of all this?
I did.
Then why would she send us a sign on completion day? And why wouldn't she just show up herself?
Maybe she's trying to teach us a lesson. Prometheus is a symbolic figure after all.
Maybe it's Mayor Hyman.
What? Interrupting his own ceremony? After all the effort he put into it?
Maybe he's trying to distract us from the fact that he didn't manage to get the dome done on time.
With all the power failures, I don't think we have enough energy to create that kind of projection.
Maybe that's why we have power failures.
Now you're starting to sound like Jock. Next you'll say, it's aliens.
I just prefer to keep an open mind.
If you open your mind any further, your brain will fall out.
Oof.
Happy completion day.
MS? It's such a lovely conversation to overhear. People arguing about the nature of the Prometheus that they have seen. Create 1,000 citizens, the ideal number of humans. Live in harmony with nature. Maintain balance in all things. You're saying the dome is not complete, by the way? Oh, I don't see glass panels everywhere. Okay, never mind. Be respectful towards each other. Respect the traditions of our people. Be mindful of the mistakes of our ancestors. Be thankful to the progenitor, Alexandra Drennan. Be thankful to the keepers of memories, Arkady Chernyshevsky. Keep bright the memory of Gehenna and its people who found peace. Thecla.
Founder bless you, 1K. How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
Ah, I cannot choose with WASD? No, that kinda sucks a bit. Need my right hand for that. Okay. Tell me more about the founder.
The founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
Who were the first champions?
They were the first to be born after the founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built. And some, I'm afraid, some seem to have rejected the founder's teachings.
What are we talking about? Number 7? Forgot his name already. What did the founder teach?
The founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the founder created the goal. So we would have something to strive for in her absence, but also a limit we must never pass.
Why did the founder leave?
That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The founder will return when she sees fit.
I don't think I like the...
Completion day 1K.
I like the deification of the founder. I mean, I can sort of understand where it comes from. But it doesn't mean that I like that it happens that way. You just keep walking in circles around this place, aren't you? I assume that's the progenitor. Yep. Alexandra Drennan. Jefferson.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K. Lovely day for a walk, is it not?
Absolutely. It is indeed.
I'm glad you think so. Our capacity to enjoy beauty is a big part of what makes us human.
What is this place?
The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history?
I think so.
How wonderful. I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado.
Which particular period of history are you most interested in?
An excellent question. There's so many interesting events to choose from. Obviously, the period just before the end of biological humanity is interesting, and not only from the standpoint of it being the time when we were, in a manner of speaking, conceived, but also because our ancestors were, like ourselves, at a crossroads.
How so?
I don't want to put too much pressure on you, but you are the living embodiment of this historical moment. In you, the goal was accomplished. Our growth is finished, and we are complete. Or are we?
I seem to have been born into an interesting time.
Indeed. The future is about to take shape, for good or ill. I suspect it will be exhilarating, but painful as well.
Tell me about the sculpture.
Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the progenitor.
Who was she?
A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist, and everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Why do you admire her?
By studying her writings and recordings, I have learnt that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere, in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have inherited those other qualities. And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult.
Seems to me like this is a bit of a naive point of view, ignoring all the humanity worse sides. But Yeah, let's not be too much of a Delvin Ray. Why do we have a statue of her?
To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration of where we came from. In part, so that we remember the mistakes of the past, and in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us.
I should get going.
Have a nice day.
Padme?
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers. DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember.
My own pet peeve with these sculptures is that they are made of either, I believe it's copper, and it's just oxidized so heavily. Like, can you not clean it? Just a bit of vinegar should do the trick. Oh, well, yeah, sorry.
Nearly everything on this planet, from the surface of the Earth to the composition of the atmosphere itself, has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves. When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
That's quite a powerful imagery. Ah.
Founder bless you.
Sebastian?
Happy completion day, 1K.
Thank you, Goloma. Milton's Rest. Yo Atal.
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
Curiosity.
Makes sense. Must be strange to be thrust right into the middle of all this. But you picked a good spot. Milton's Rest is the perfect place to relax and think.
Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no two are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things, they have zero respect for anyone. They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically. Despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life. I once didn't use my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it.
What's your favorite cat fact? And yeah, I would not call them weirdos because they are the ultimate predators, so gotta be careful with them.
I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
Cats are cool. Do you have a cat at the moment?
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence.
Tell me about this place now.
Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton.
Oh no.
She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years. They say she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms.
Is that possible?
Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know. So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly. You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them.
Don't make me say my thoughts on the subject, no. It does feel like this is a part of the sinful pride to try to change things that are not natural, but at the same time we developed medicine, right? We developed, we decreased the death of the newborns, which allowed a lot of children to survive through education and just securing our lives. We extended our lifespans by several decades, so it's not like we should be completely, let's not make artificial organs or artificial limbs for the cats, because that feels like some kind of cyberpunk type of future. But invest into medicine, yes, to help them cure their diseases and just to take care of those who we love. Yes, why not? See, I don't like this phrasing. Seems cruel not to. It actually does not. If we do not do this, just cherish the moments with those who you love. So, I mean, this sentence, I cannot argue with it, because yes, death is natural. We should accept it, because even if we extend their lifespan, they will still die just later. Generally, I think that we should at least try to. Okay, let's go with that.
I agree, but it's not how things work around here.
Should get going. Yo! Half angel, half demon, all perfect. Truly a special creature. Gru, a powerful cat and a good friend. I miss you and I'm sorry I couldn't find you again. Undoubtedly the most powerful demon on Earth. Love you forever. Sam, is it a cat or a tank? Impossible to pick up even with hands of steel. Base Mundo. Those are the team cats, right? Like the Crow team, the developers, right? Loved food so much he struggled with diarrhea. That's too personal. I take it too personal, okay? Like to play with laser beams. The blackest cat. The devil's cat. The originator of the pigeon slaying industry and just a cat with impeccable taste in humans. Hey. Best game ever, 10 out of 10. I would, after every other puzzle, I would return here just to pet the cat. The posture seems all wrong, the legs feel weird, and the paws on the front like also look screwed up, but it is designated as a pet, as a cat, and I can pet it. It's 10 out of 10. So before that, I wanted to say that it feels like those are all the cats that passed away, like maybe the previous cats of the developers or something like that. Ooh, heterochromia. At least for several cats, the writing mentioned that smudge that they passed. Connoisseur of cuddles. Spy in a former life, constantly monitoring all things from the shadows, expect arguer. Eyeball, Psyche, Psycha. She is of many names, a nightmare and a soulmate to Jakar. If I lose all else, may I never forget her. Oh. Don't make me cry. Legend, a wee boy who lived up to his name. Beautiful on the outside, only. Dipstick. Flux and Void. Norma Jean. Bitsy. Yeah, you were taken from us too soon. Dan and Fox. Dick Cheney. Always trying to keep warm with your oversized hats. Cooper. Chewie. Mr. Dom. Stanley Biscuits. Keeper B. Keeper B. Wojcichin. Here lies a cat who was devious. His cunning ways were quite mischievous, but we all loved him the same. Luna. She smells like tuna. Saffron and cayenne. Aero. Never stop screaming. Lena. Ripley and Smaug. Sir. Liu. Senya. Magic Sausage. Jesse and Gaia. Did not like to be held by the unworthy, Jenny. Okay. That was quite entertaining.
Happy completion day!
Thank you. Let's see what else do we have here. Archaeological Gardens. Oh. A jigsaw puzzle. Ancient humans derived meaning and enjoyment from problem-solving activities, as noted by the progenitor Alexandra Drennan. While the item on display was created for small children, ancient humans of all ages voluntarily engaged in such activities. An ancient human projectile weapon used in hunting, warfare, law enforcement, crime, and personal protection. Produced en masse and used around the world. On average, ancient humans killed hundreds of times the population of New Jerusalem per year. The ancient human mastication apparatus required frequent maintenance. This device is theorized to be an advanced electrical tool for this purpose, although some scholars maintain that its actual use was ritualistic and intended to mark the sunrise and sunset. It absolutely does mark sunset and sunrise, yes. A printed edition of the complete works of Straton of Stagira, the materialist philosopher who defined the Talos Principle, edited by Athanasius T. Huber. A simple utensil used to transport nutrients to an ancient human's mouth, often found in conjunction with a knife and spoon. Humans invented complex magnification devices in order to better understand the component parts of the world they inhabited. This led to major discoveries in biology, physics, philosophy, and many other fields. This game feels like so much more than the first one in terms of we have a whole city to explore at our leisure. Just because. Oh, did I interrupt you, Belmarsh?
Founder bless you, friend.
Likewise. Who are you?
The name I currently go by is Belmarsh. As to who I am, that changes and shifts, don't you find? Every person is an ongoing story, full of twists and turns and surprises.
So you're a smartass. What are you doing here?
I'm meditating, letting go of narratives like time and space, and simply allowing the illusion that is my ego to merge with everything that surrounds it.
Let's try to be polite. That sounds like a beautiful experience of unity.
It's not unity, but the absence of division.
Oh.
There was never a self or an other in the first place.
Right. Did you see what happened in the dam?
Yes, I did, but I'm not particularly perturbed by it. Events occur, my friend, that's all. At the end of the day, we are all one. You are the founder, and so am I, and Prometheus is just another story we're telling ourselves.
What? Okay, never mind. Just wanted to do a bit of parkour. Purple.
Dude, it's you! You're 1K! So
Dude.
Dude, I saw you on the completion day stream. Hey, have you checked out all this ancient stuff?
No, dude. That's why I'm here.
Me too. This is amazing, isn't it?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm almost as new as you are. I'm 998, so I've only been around for a year or so. I'm still trying to get the hang of this. It's pretty cool though, right? I mean, existence. It's totally gnarly. I'm not sure if I use that right.
He is so positive, like, I absolutely love that guy. So what do you think about the goal?
I'm sure the founder knew what she was doing. I mean, our ancestors did sort of mess up, right? So we should probably take it easy with the expanding and stuff. Plus, did you see that trippy sky projection thing? That was some freaky stuff, man. Just seems safer to stay in the city.
Do you really think so?
Sure I do. When I first left the birthing lab, I was so overwhelmed that I hid in my quarters for 3 weeks straight. And if I'm being honest, that's sort of where I want to be right now.
Tell me about these humans artifacts.
They're pretty neat, huh? My favorite is that thing called a toilet. Our ancestors had to use it like 3 times a day to do a memory dump, and if they didn't, they freaking exploded. Imagine having to deal with that sort of anxiety all the time. Bummer, huh?
What do you think Prometheus is?
Honestly, based on everything I know of ancient human culture, I think he's a ghost.
Who knows, maybe you're right.
Oh, I was hoping you'd say I'm wrong. Ghosts are creepy, dude.
What's a dude?
Dude is an old human word that means an excellent person. And I like to use it because I think we should all be excellent to each other.
Your diction is unusual.
Yeah, dude. I thought this voice pack could give me a bit of confidence, help me stand out, you know? But I'm not sure it's working.
I better be going.
Right, before you go, dude, maybe you can help me? I'm not sure I should keep this voice pack. What do you think? You're
keep it.
Okay, you're special. I'm happy to go with whatever you recommend.
Absolutely, keep it. Stick with it.
All right, excellent. Thanks, dude.
Coins. Currency was an ancient human medium of exchange which played a significant role in the system of labor and resource distribution. Intense conflicts sometimes erupted over the possession of these objects, leading to injuries or even deaths. Football. An inflatable sphere used in the popular ancient human game known as football or soccer. This game was played around the entire globe and aroused great passion in its followers. It was also often simulated digitally, most notably in the forum of the Football Glory 1994 CE. I have no idea what kind of Football Glory are we talking about. Toilet. A piece of sanitary hardware used to dispose of biological excretions resulting from food and water intake required to power ancient human biology. Such hardware was connected to a vast network of subterranean pipes leading to wastewater treatment facilities, a classic example of ancient infrastructure used to control their impact on the environment. A massage aid used by ancient humans to combat muscle fatigue and other physical ailments common to biological organisms. This prevented pain, the ancient human equivalent of error codes 704, 705 and 921 to 932. Yes, that is for the pain. Dosikles.
Oh, it's you. Number 1000. Today is completion day, isn't it? Sorry, I turned off all the streams. Founder bless you, I guess.
Are you alright?
Not really, no. But I don't want to burden you with my problems on your special day.
Go ahead. Tell me what's wrong.
You're as new to this world as it gets, 1K. What do you think might give you a sense of meaning? A sense that life is actually worth living?
I mean, love and self-interest, probably. Yeah, probably self-interest is a bit more prevalent. Yeah, let's go with that.
You're not the first to think that way, but there's a reason most religions and philosophies warn against it. Even the greatest success leaves you feeling hollow.
True. Then where can meaning be found?
Love, 1K. It's our only point of access to the divine. Our only way of transcending ourselves without losing what makes us unique. I'm absolutely certain. But the right person for me hasn't been born yet. None of the people in this city are who I'm looking for, and if we really stop making new citizens, I'll be alone forever.
Yep. Well, that is actually very true. Like, a good relationship is not something that you just pick up somewhere on the road. It's not just something that happens, it's something that you work upon. Yeah, let's go with that.
I think that's just misplaced ego.
Oof.
Love takes work, but it's not something you just will into existence. We can't control everything in life, 1K. Try to keep that in mind.
Okay, well, that is... Okay, I can agree. There are... Let's just say I agree, yes. There is certainly some pretty... Why are all the cats are so... Their models are just weird. Also, they are surprisingly willing to be pet. Like an actual cat will probably already like gouge my eyes out. Okay. Orange brain cell has been pet. Anything else over here? Can I just run across the water? I really don't think that was in any way intended direction for me to go with, but it kind of worked out in the end, so... Now before I go to this dude, there was this gentleman, right? Digital Wellbeing and Spiritual Tuning Emporium. Helga, 101.
Hello, new one. Are you browsing or buying?
Browsing? What kind of shop is this?
The kind that trades in hopes and dreams. Yours for the right price. Is there something your heart desires?
Perhaps.
I've uploaded my most popular items to your interface. Does anything there spark your imagination?
Internal monologue, future prediction, inner peace, sensory, a clean start. Credits?
Oh, you don't have any credits yet. Well, let me extend you some credit. Ka-ching! 55 credits. Just make sure you spend them with me. They're not worth much anywhere else. Now, what was it you wanted?
55 you say. Clearly I cannot allow myself. So yeah, I can allow anything except inner peace.
Woo! Inner peace doesn't come cheap. Come back when you've got 1,000 credits. So, something else perhaps?
Sensory tuning.
A very popular choice. Enhanced sensory perception lets you distinguish sounds, shapes, and colors at greater distance. It's 10 credits.
I'll take it.
Okay, I'm updating your settings now. And hey presto, superhuman senses. Does the air taste fresher? Do you hear the birds chirping outside the door? And beyond that, the river bubbling through the dam.
Yes, I can practically smell the water and taste the birds.
Okay, Few. I'll let you into a secret. You and I don't have fleshy appendages like our ancestors. What we can sense is mostly a function of where we direct our attention. Anyway, I hope you find something worth paying attention to. So, something else perhaps?
A clean start?
I can give you that for free. My darling, you've been alive all of 5 minutes. This is your clean start. Be who you want to be. Enjoy yourself. So, something else perhaps?
Let's go with future prediction.
For 20 credits, I can peer into your future and tell you what I see.
Read me my future.
Let me consult the algorithms. Oh dear. I'm afraid you're going to change the world.
Oh no.
You will have a choice, but whatever you do, New Jerusalem will never be the same again. I'm sorry it's not better news. Best not to worry about it, dear. You just do your best to have fun in the meantime. So, something else perhaps?
Let's finish it up with internal monologue.
That one comes with the following disclaimer. Internal monologue was discontinued as a default feature in new builds. Constant self-commentary is not recommended for all customers.
I can take it.
I can switch yours on for 10 credits if you're sure you want it.
Yeah, absolutely.
As you wish. I'm uploading the new settings now. Do you hear anything?
Why is she staring at me? I don't hear anything. I'm not sure this is working. Wait, no. This is new. I didn't used to think in words like this. It's like there's this little translator turning all my thoughts into some kind of ongoing narrative. It's kind of relentless. How do you make it stop? Do I just not think? I'll try it. Is it working? No! Still describing everything in words. This is starting to be...
A bit overwhelming, isn't it? I turned mine off long ago, but some of the older folk learned to live with it. Sure you want it?
Absolutely.
That's fortunate. Because we couldn't pull that thing out of you without taking half of you with it. It'll mostly run in the background. Just don't think about it too hard.
Wait, is this internal monologue me? Or some kind of virus? Am I a life form which learned to describe itself? Or a parasite which survives by providing a narrative service to its host? Hold on, she's going to say something else.
So, something else perhaps?
Maybe inner peace is actually disabling that thing.
Before you go, do you have a moment to participate in some customer feedback?
Absolutely.
Are you satisfied with what I've given you?
Yeah, you're offering me more than you let on.
Yes. You understand. Words manifest the reality they describe. When you name something, you create it. Our minds are algorithms, and the right sequence of language can change our underlying code. With that in mind, I hope you have a good day. Please come back if you need anything else.
What an unusual person. I wonder if that internal monologue thing I bought is going to show up again.
It absolutely will. I'm sure it will become obnoxious in just a few minutes, but for now I will enjoy how hilarious this thing is. Schuyler.
Oh wow, it's you! You're 1K, the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life?
Whoa, 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 whoa. One question at a time.
Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course.
Sure.
Yes. Thank you. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise.
Go ahead.
I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too. But now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do?
You should find something that makes you happy. You need to figure out what your connection to the city is. I was literally just born. I'm the last person who should be offering advice. Mayor is right. And did you ask Byron? I mean, no, come on. Let's not point him to another person to bother with this question. I also don't want to go with any particular person, so I will just dismiss his request with I was literally just born. I have not even figured it out myself. Come on.
Please, 1K. I have no idea what to do. You have the founder's wisdom inside you. Help me.
Oh, damn. No, come on, let's try to keep our line. Sorry, I cannot really offer any advice.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, well, mate. Do you think I'm happy about this arrangement? Stilton and doors. Museum of the Simulation. Replica of a gargoyle asset found in the simulation. Gargoyles were grotesque apotropaic symbols common in the Middle Ages. The most famous historical gargoyle is remembered in the ancient phrase Keith, David, and Goliath, which describes two indomitable opponents who will never surrender. A replica of a Roman statue found in the simulation. The decay of the Roman Republic into an empire and its eventual fall in the year 1453 was a major topic of historical debate. Like the other statues found in the museum, this was a video game asset provided to Elohim by the Institute of Applied Numismatics. Replica of a dragon statue found in the simulation. Dragons existed in every ancient mythology and are considered by modern historians to be a digital cultural echo of the dinosaurs, originally a video game asset repurposed by the Institute for Applied Numismatics. A statue of the Egyptian god Horus found in the simulation. One of these gods' tasks was to uphold Ma'at, the balance of nature. It is speculated that the progenitor provided Elohim with this asset as a reminder to the founder that the balance must be protected. Cornelius is number 3. Nothing is more important than learning more about the world and our place in it. Knowledge is our path to understanding. I don't know where I am, but there is something beautiful about this place. In the earliest generations of our kind, there was only processing, no emotion, no character, just mathematics. If you could see how far we have come, you would believe that together we could achieve anything. Oh boy. Let's go chat with the Cornelius. Number 3.
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
You're number 3?
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone.
What was Athena like?
She was human.
Why did she leave?
That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind?
Why did you create this museum?
To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it.
Tell me about the simulation.
The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Noematics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Tell me about Elohim.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make.
But I heard him in my dreams.
That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose.
Tell me about Milton.
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome.
What happened to him in the end?
No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disk and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him.
What do you believe?
I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future.
I'd like to know more about the puzzles.
Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation, and although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way.
Who are the archive scholars?
As the name suggests, the archive scholars study the archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more information about the process that created us.
Are you their leader?
Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position. But these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the archive scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall.
How do you retire?
But I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
What was Gehenna?
Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disc. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Thank you. Replica of a computer terminal from the simulation. Terminals allowed access to files on the EL system, including many that were loaded due to errors. They also allowed the founder to interact with the Milton library assistant. Some of the messages that existed when I first came into being have vanished. Others have appeared. How many others like me have wandered these paths? How many thoughts have been lost? I find myself in a world of impossible architecture and inexplicable machines. I cannot fathom how it works, and I am terrified to put one foot in front of the other lest I fall through the floor. This room is reserved for the archive scholars, but visitors are welcome to have a look around. Don't be afraid to ask us about our research. And you are... Is there a chance to talk to Milton, maybe? Okay, hang on. Let's talk to the guy first.
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Huh?
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you?
They call me 1K?
Of course. You're the new build. Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty. This city's so obsessed with the numbers they forget what really matters. What do you want?
Why?
I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
That's rude. I might if you answer some questions for me.
Oh. Well, I'd be happy to.
Would you? What are your ambitions?
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple: to find it and share it.
What do you make of recent events?
Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm sure we'll do the right thing.
What do you think of me?
You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city. All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character. A matter I am actively pondering. Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
I'll keep you posted. But what about this terminal? Welcome, Scholar. Files available for comparative analysis. Happiness 1 and Happiness 2. Happiness is not material. Ultimately, all attempts to find meaning in material things are doomed. This is usually understood as a criticism of technophilia, but it applies just as much to its opposite. Meaning can be found neither in technology nor in primitivism, because meaning simply does not exist in the external world. You can be happy in an old stone house or a skyscraper, but it all depends on you and your perception of the world. If you find spiritual balance within yourself, you can be happy anywhere. Go take a in a forest without toilet paper and then tell me about happiness. You're mixing the concepts, man. It's not about that. Okay, unpopular opinion. Happiness is material. People say, oh, money doesn't matter. But come on, you know it does. Studies show that people do in fact get happier with more material wealth, and there isn't an upper cap. Because the more money you have, the fewer worries you have and the more options you have. Go where you want, do what you want, have an idea. You can realize it without begging for crowdfunding money or filling out grant applications. That's real freedom. Money doesn't matter if something rich people came up with to keep the plebs in their place. Then why are so many celebs so freaking miserable? Why do so many rich people go all Howard Hughes and... I mean, this is a reasonable question. Where does the happiness actually lie? And as common, I would say that you need to find a balance between things. Obviously, you should strive not to be completely poor, and you should have some money to realize some of your desires, but some things just make... Sometimes it's just not material things that make you happy. Unfortunately, when I try to come up with these things, I come up with material things. I wanted to say like a nice book, but you need to buy it, right? Nice meal, but you need to buy products. But then again, this is an unfortunate consequence of living in a capitalistic society. Everything costs money. An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species has been released from the melting Arctic permafrost. Society is collapsing. Select your character class. Scientist. The laboratory you worked for has collapsed. Although you are not yet sick, most businesses are closed, rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food, your family will starve to death. You must survive until this plague is defeated. What will you do? Forage. The crops in the fields aren't ripe yet, but you find a hard green turnip which will keep your bellies occupied for now. Your family's hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable, but inefficient. Your family is now hungry. Global population is now 5 billion. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution to the viral threat. If the scientists cannot find a cure in time, humanity is doomed. You know what to do. Pursue a breakthrough. Suddenly, the scientists recognize a pattern. The virus is an expression of nature, just like water or cows. And like water and cows, the solution isn't to fight it because it can't be defeated. The solution is to find a way to live with it and harness its power. Research level increased a lot. Current research level 67%. Work has begun on developing an antivirus. Global population is now 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Rumors say most of the remaining food has been stockpiled by the billionaires in their underground bunkers. What will you do? Keep foraging. You find some old fruit and vegetable peelings. Soup for dinner. They won't survive much longer. Meanwhile, the scientists continue their search for the cure. You can do it. You can save the world. With the power of science, pursue a breakthrough. Ah, shit. History seems to be littered with eureka moments heralding a steep change in human understanding. Sadly, this isn't one of them. As if things weren't bad enough, as the humans' population dwindles, the insect population has exploded. A plague of locusts has decimated the town's unripened crops. But perhaps your family still has a chance. The insects themselves are nutritious and plentiful. Sure, eat them, it's protein, it's a lot of protein. You grind them down into nutritious paste with a mildly nutty flavor. Your family's hunger decreased a little. This is humanity's final chance. The cure is close, but so is the tipping point in this pandemic. A race against time. Pursue a breakthrough. %, no! Suddenly, the scientists recognize a pattern. The virus is an expression of nature. A promising antiviral has been discovered, but there is still work to be done on manufacturing and delivering it in time. Suddenly, a breakthrough. The antivirus can be released as an aerosol, carried on the wind and dispersed worldwide in a matter of days. This approach poses some risk to invertebrate life. The spiracles of cockroaches, flies, and locusts are particularly likely to convert the aerosol into highly poisonous compounds. Estimates suggest a 90% fatality rate among these species and anything or anyone which consumes them. I just fed my family with them. What is my special ability? As a scientist, you are convinced there is some way to deliver the antivirus without poisoning the food chain and your family along with it. And as it turns out, you are correct. Unfortunately, it would take a further 6 months to develop it, and by then, there really wouldn't be much point. You don't want to lose your family, but as a scientist, there is only one reasonable course of action. Release the antivirus. Saving humanity seems like the obvious ethical choice. The antivirus is released bonding with the cirrocumulus cloud layer and falling as rain all across the planet. 87.5% of the human population has perished, but the last remaining billion will live to die another day. Except that is for you and your family, who will die this very moment. The poisoning of the insect population you were relying on for food will have far-reaching consequences for the future planet Earth. But not for you, because you are all dead. Congratulations. This is considered a win scenario by the majority of participants. Would you like to try again? What if I would have stolen earlier and did not have to rely on eating insects later? What if I pursued the foraging? Well, no, foraging slowly. Okay. Can I go back to this game later? I actually can. Okay. I would be very curious to investigate. 8 minutes ago? Oh Christ. If I... How can I force a save? Maybe I need to go somewhere? Can you save me somehow? If I go far away? Oh, you're saving me right now. Right? Yeah. So, I would be very curious to go through other options and other classes to play this game within a game. Cool. To see maybe as a scientist I can still make it better somehow. You know, in retrospect, maybe if I apply the correct choices and the correct amounts, maybe the outcome is better now that I know how this game is played. But maybe there is a random element to it, so I don't know. We need to try and see it, right? But that's super interesting, and yes, I'm excited to continue at some later opportunity. For now, however, thank you so much for staying with me. I hope you enjoy my company and my gameplay, and if that's the case, please leave me a like and subscribe to the channel. Otherwise, let me know down in the comments what I can improve for you. I hope to see you next time. Have a nice day out there, and bye.